张牙舞爪健身操，祝您健康步步高，噜的。
Pause. What the hell is even going on? This is Dongyong Guaiger. He's one of many Chinese internet stars that you may have even seen before. His name literally means weird winter swimming dove. It's common for Mandarin to sound weird when literally translated. The name makes more sense after you watch his super hot river swimming videos. His videos are motivational, believe it or not. In that video, he's literally telling you to have confidence, take it slow, and become fit. And yet, this is not even how he became famous, which I'll return to later. Most people know very little about Chinese meme culture. I mean, there isn't really a reason to anyways. Along with cultural differences and language barriers, the Chinese government has blocked pretty much all foreign social media you can think of. Therefore, the internet culture between China and the West is pretty well divided. I've been learning Mandarin for a few years now. This is an old video of me trying to string a sentence together.
他们天天耳蜗很多
I'm not an expert, nor am I actually Chinese, as you can probably tell, but I can help you bridge the gap and maybe even help you surprise your Chinese friends. It's also good to know that Chinese memes don't really prosper and die as quickly as on Western social media. While you'll see a meme all over your social media feed and explore pages, Chinese memes mostly spread around using 表情包, which is pretty much the same thing as an emote or a sticker. 表情包 can be created by anyone and circulated around on China's largest messaging services like WeChat or QQ. That's not to say that memes don't spread around on Chinese TikTok or its own equivalent of YouTube, but you get the idea. Anyway, enough talk, let me show you some memes. One of the most prevalent 表情包 is also one of the most long-lasting. It's even on YouTube, on a video uploaded in 2008. I'm confident you've seen this weird-looking panda somewhere. It's from a Korean movie called Three Kins. This lovely face was slapped onto a panda and an endless stream of remakes and reiterations followed. You can even count the pixels of some. The memes have pretty much been used for every situation imaginable. This creepy panda has become a staple of Chinese internet culture and you're sure to encounter it one way or another. This next 表情包 is one you might hear or see from native Cantonese speakers. It's from an older Hong Kong movie. Chinese memes are often integrated with each other, so you'll also see a lot of panda faces with this face instead. By the way, I wouldn't recommend saying this around Cantonese speakers you don't know. Their backlash can and will utterly destroy you, regardless if you even understand Cantonese. There's not a lot to say about this one, but speaking of eating shit, let me introduce you to a man named Lauba.
老铁们啊，虽然不是同一时间，但是同一个厕所。老八，我再次挑战一把吃粑粑啊！奥利给，干了，兄弟们！
Yes, this is a grown man who's about to eat shit in a public toilet, but it's actually kind of wholesome, I promise. It's said that Lao Ba was raised by an impoverished family in northern China. He made that infamous video to make a little bit of money online for his sick mom, and it worked. Well, that's one of two theories online. The other being that he did it as a follower goal, but I like to pretend that he did it for his mom. At least it's somewhat excusable. In his newfound fame, Lao Ba began to livestream himself eating the most disgusting, but at least edible combinations of foods.
真香啊！
You could think of him as a much healthier Nico avocado. Oh, and apparently he has a firework fetish.
奥利给，干了，兄弟们！
It felt like Lao Ba was everywhere in his prime. He was all over WeChat and QQ, mentioned frequently amongst younger Chinese. I mean, hell, you couldn't even look at a toilet without thinking of him squatting there. It's a true shame he isn't as active as he was a few years ago, but he has cemented his legacy as an internet icon, one who constantly punished himself to entertain others.
这小味道，美极了！
He even made another toilet video just for good measure.
你们不要笑我狼狈不堪，我也可以笑你离开你的父母，比我吃屎都难。奥利给，干了，兄弟们！
By the way, what the hell does Oligay mean?
干得越紧，流失的越多，没毛病。奥利给！
I told you we'd come back to our dear friend Dongyong Guaigar. Not many people in the West know about his origins. I mean, how could some random Chinese uncle get so popular in the first place? Well, it wasn't by his weird dances, or him swimming down some river, but rather a certain motivational video that he himself created Olige in.
我们遇到什么困难也不要怕，微笑着面对它。消除恐惧的最好办法就是面对恐惧，坚持才是胜利。加油，奥利给！
The meaning is quite intuitive. It just takes some complex deciphering. So here's Olige written in Mandarin. Now let's just switch everything around and boom, 给力 all, which means to give strength. So Olige is exactly that, a word used to motivate you to keep pushing forward. He soon became viral, and before you know it, everyone was saying Olige.
奥利给，干了，兄弟们！
消除恐惧的最好办法就是面对恐惧。面对困难，面对恐惧，加油！
The whole video actually helped me and others through stressful times in high school. Even if you don't know any Mandarin, you can just think of your boy Dongyong Guaigar screaming Olige, and you'll be ready to take on anything. For some time, you could even find this video on the hub. Now, let's look at someone on the opposite side of the spectrum, someone in grave despair.
我太难了，老铁，最近我压力很大。
This is Giao Ge, or just Brother Giao. I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot about Brother Giao before making this video. After some quick research, I found out that no one else does either. But this video is where Brother Giao really started his online fame. Even if you had to read the captions, you probably couldn't help but feel sad for him, right? Or maybe you found it kind of funny?
我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼，我是傻逼。
I guess that's the mysterious charm of this video. Most people return to remind themselves that they're not alone in this ever-stressful world. But don't worry, Brother Giao is not always so depressed.
没毛病，一给我的叫，
Brother Giao also does motivational videos, although he is not as exaggerated as our friend Dongyong Guaigar. He generally tells you to study hard, sleep early, not to smoke or drink, etc. However, his fans have other intentions. They decided to make Brother Giao a rap star. Oh, and there's why he is called Brother Giao, his 一给我的Giao catchphrase. Now, if you're wondering what that means, no one else knows either. It's kind of like skr or swag. It's just an expression that you say for a good moment, and it isn't taken too literally. Eventually, Brother Giao embraced all these remixes. He's gone on to release rap songs himself, even collaborating with well-known Chinese rappers and performing in front of live crowds. But in the end, Giao Ge decided to settle down. He is now happily married and is much less active online. Besides that, there are honestly so many videos of Brother Giao that would take too long to explain. Some even I don't understand.
操你妈的黑猫警长，我操你！
But don't forget, whenever you're feeling down, think of Brother Giao in his car and you'll feel better in no time. I'll be honest, I did slightly exaggerate the gap between Chinese and Western meme culture. Even though they are quite different from each other, that doesn't mean that some memes don't bridge the gap. For example, do you remember this face? Of course you do. This is Ricardo Milos. His popularity has stagnated over the past few years. But did you know he also had a good run in China? Well, until most of his videos were taken down. And this is a good time to mention that you can still get rickrolled on Chinese social media. He was known as Xiang Jiaojun, which means Mr. Banana. You're welcome to interpret that any way you like. Some other popular Western memes that made their way to China include the Coffin Dance, Nick Young, and Michael Rosen. Nice. However, that's all I really care to mention. All the other memes are either outdated or just irrelevant. However, over the past year or so, Chinese memes have had an insurgence in Western meme culture. Take John Cena for example. He became viral in China for his infamous floating ice cream video, mostly because of his sketchy Mandarin. Soon after, the same video became viral overseas, but for different reasons. Every video John Cena made for his Chinese fans would eventually make its way back to the West. Some videos didn't even have to be viral in China for them to go viral abroad, such as that one Super Idol TikTok, or maybe that one Chinese rap song you've heard before. And you can't forget about that one dude who made his own cover of Chinese propaganda. Now, I could go on all day talking about internet personalities and 表情包, but I think I'd like to leave it at that for now. I've covered all the memes I thought you should know, but I'd be happy to show you even more in the near future. I just hope you can walk away with a better understanding of Chinese memes and expressions that you do encounter, whether it be on social media or from your Chinese friends. Or perhaps you scarred yourself at the thought of Lauba eating shit. Either way, I hope you had a good time, and if you are learning another language, memes are a fun way to escape the textbook. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.